안녕하십니까 블록미디어 구독자 여러분. 오늘은 KBW에 나와봤는데요. Hello Jeremy, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Could you briefly introduce yourself and about Theory?
Sure. Jeremy Miller, I'm chairman of Theoric. I'm one of the directors of the Theoric Foundation. Theoric is a AI crypto project that combines both a backend protocol as well as DeFi applications, solving a number of the challenges that we see in making AI blockchain work together effectively.
I would appreciate explaining the reasons behind your interest in decentralized AI, the background of Theoric's founding.
Okay, sure. So we are more focused on how to make AI work with crypto than decentralized AI. So just to differentiate the two, there is a view which we agree with that centralized AI poses a threat when you have concentrated AI providers that have all the training models and all the data, that this can start to create the same kind of platform risks we've seen in Web 2. That very much is something that we care deeply about. But recently, where we've really been trying to focus on is on applications of AI in the crypto ecosystem. So what are some practical use cases where AI can add a lot of value? So if you think about some of the biggest challenges in crypto, they mostly relate to asset transfers and liquidity, and in particular liquidity. So we've been focused on developing AI solutions for liquidity management, yield management, and thinking through both what's required at the infrastructure layer to make that work, as well as what's the correct product packaging so that it can become consumable.
And so, could you explain what the OLT Swarm is, and why did Theoric choose to launch in provisioning as the first priority in building the agent?
Sure. So we built Alpha Swarm focusing on liquidity provisioning because it's a difficult use case. It's one that really stresses the limits of what AI is capable of. We've actually evolved a bit since then because one of the challenges that you have in delivering AI solutions for crypto is how do you deal with the multiplicity of users and the multiplicity of models on the back end. So what we are now doing is taking Alpha Swarm and deploying it in Vault infrastructure in something we call Alpha Vaults, so that we have the AI agent Swarm in a vault where the users deposit, say, ETH into an ETH vault, get a deposit receipt back, and the AI happens behind the scenes or within the vault in a way that is much more transparent to the user. The user is just holding a token in their wallet.
And can you explain what the Alpha Protocol and Alpha Swarm are, and how they improve upon the existing?
Sure. So there's a number of challenges involved in making AI work in crypto. So one is AI speak natural language, and blockchain uses private keys. The second is, how do you make it scale? It's very chatty, it's very expensive. How do you make it secure? So our vision is a combination of on-chain security as well as AI scaling techniques. So to make a swarm of agents work on-chain, we do several things. One is we create a very scalable way in which agents register with the protocol and can message each other very effectively in high volume. And the second is we then integrate it with vaults where we partner with Memo and several other vendors, which are critical for ensuring that the smart contracts can control what the AI agents can and cannot do on-chain. And then from a user layer, you can either integrate through a chat interface, like what we've shown with Alpha Swarm, or increasingly what we're focusing on is deposit receipts. So where you put funds into a vault that's AI managed, you get a receipt back into your wallet.
So I think the competition in this space is intensifying. So in your view, what are the core differentiations that's a Theoric from other projects?
So we're very focused on solving a certain set of problems, not the infinite problem space. So the first of which is, how can you get AI agents to scale on chain? So we do not believe that it's particularly effective to put an agent in every wallet, let alone lots of agents in every wallet. We think it's both there's challenges with the security of that and how you make that work, but also with the cost and scalability. So there's one set of problems around security, scalability, throughput, etc. The second is, what are the use cases? So we believe that AIs today are not going to give you world's most accurate prediction of the Bitcoin price. That's not where best-in-class AI is. The highest value that we've seen in all of the things that we've done with our AI agents and protocol is actually around DeFi automation. So there's a lot that people can do in DeFi, theoretically, that's just very hard to do. Liquidity farming, yield farming, cross-protocol hedging, et cetera, participating in intense networks. There's lots of use cases where if you are holding crypto, instead of just having it sit idle in your wallet, you can make it work for you in DeFi. But that means you need to be monitoring the price all the time, monitoring the volatility all the time, thinking about whether or not you should be hedging your position in order to ensure that you're protected from a major turn in the price. All that is very difficult to do if it's just you, Excel spreadsheet in your wallet. So we really believe that one of the highest value things that we can do is one, the DeFi automation, but then two, it's the packaging to make that very, very easy for our users to use.
Okay, so can you explain more about the DeFi AI from your perspective? How do you plan to reshape the DeFi landscape through decentralized AI?
Sure. So it's a very broad term.
Yeah.
So there's one set of, and what we've seen in certainly 6 to 12 months ago, is a lot of people trying to use AI to find the next 1000x meme coin, the next hot launch. The issue with that is actually the size of the market. So if you think about a well-constructed crypto portfolio, probably half of it should be in Bitcoin, right?
Sure.
Right? 50 to 70% in Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. Maybe 60, 20% in stables, right? 10 in venture. The amount of a well-constructed portfolio that should be actively traded and speculated is actually very small. So if you look at the much larger and more critical piece of infrastructure is actually around things like cross-network integration, liquidity, increasing liquidity and liquidity flow, yield optimization, hedging. That's a far larger and more important market in our view today than trying to chase the next 1000x meme coin or project that's going to break. So we're really focused on deploying into the crypto stack at critical layers and sort of an AI infrastructure for making crypto better and more efficient and packaging it up so that users can get the return from doing that in the form of a token.
So can you explain more about Turic's vision and maybe about your plan for development?
Sure. So we believe that crypto and AI are going to become deeply intertwined in that the future of AI will run on crypto and the future of crypto products will be powered by AI. And so these use cases such as Alpha Swarm or Alpha ETH and Alpha Vaults and what we're doing are really showcases of first steps in that direction, where we're creating these DeFi products that are AI powered and tokenized, but leveraging an AI infrastructure that uses both AI techniques to make the AIs reliable and scalable, and also combined with on-chain smart contracts to make it secure and transactional. So this is just the first step of what we think the future of basically all DeFi products are going to start to look like.
So could you lastly say anything for the Korean market and also the Korean investors?
Sure. Well, actually, what's really interesting is we have a deep and very vibrant Korean community. So we recently ran a community pre-sale on Kaido. 27% of participants were from the Korean market. Yeah, it's quite astounding if you think about the global size. So we're very proud of that. Korea has always been a unique crypto market. The Kimchi premium is not a new phenomenon. So we are very enthusiastic about the engagement we have in Korea and our Korean community.
오케이, thank you. 오늘은 이렇게 AI 유전체 분야에서 끊임없이 발전하고 있는 히어리크의 파운더 제레미를 만나봤어요. 이렇게 인터뷰 마치도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you.